Hey everybody, Felicia here. I'm here today to talk to one of my fellow yogi sisters, Keshia Smith.
Hey everybody!
I just love her personality. We met a couple months ago, right? And just clicked. Like I just was like, oh my God, I gotta come see her more. And we've just clicked ever since. So I thought it'd be a great idea to talk to Keshia about all things yoga. I just took her restorative class. I loved it. I needed it. I have to get my butt kicked at Orange Theory all week. So we're gonna get started. We're gonna start right away. So what brought you to yoga?
Okay, I have been on the mat 20 years. And I walked into the gym when it used to be Bally's many years ago in Springfield. So I was passing my schedule and I was like, yoga. So I was like, well, let me try this. Because I was a former ballet dancer, not to say that you need to do ballet yoga, but I've always been into movement. So did ballet for about 5 years up until my senior year of high school, and I fractured my knee and all that. I had to have surgery, so I stopped dance. So then I got into yoga. Passed by the saw the schedule at the gym, and I was like, oh, let me try this. And I took my first class, and I was hooked.
So it was your first class?
Yeah, it was my first class, and I was hooked. And I wanted more because I wanted to explore my body more in different ways. So I've been on the mat ever since I was 27 and 28. So almost 20 years.
Oh, great. So when did you decide to become a yoga teacher?
Let's see, in my, I got my teacher certification in 2011. But before that, I found myself, I loved my practice, but I found that I was gravitating. I would see people at the gym and I would see them practicing. And I would gravitate towards them and say, hey, have you tried the pose this way? So I was kind of naturally teaching on my own. It was just something I kind of fell into. So I was in the locker room one day at the gym, and this woman that I practiced with in my class said, you ever thought about being a teacher? And I was like,
that's usually how it happens.
yeah. So the rest is history. She actually gave me a recommendation to look at some teacher training programs, and then
and what program did you do?
I did my teacher training program through Live Yoga in Summit, New Jersey, back in 2011.
Are they still
and
there?
No, she's. I don't know if she facilitates the teacher training program out of Summit Y, but that's where I got it back in 2011.
Oh, and you know what? When you said that about you just were kind of drawn to people who were doing practicing, and you suggest, because that's how you teach. You just kind of like, let's explore this.
Yes.
And I really like that. You know,
I like to explore a lot in class. So.
Okay. So next question. This is a little deep, right?
Okay.
So we're both women of color, and I know in my teacher training, I was the only African American. There were other, there were 2 Latinas, and then one woman from Japan who were in my class. But overall, it's very few African American women or people in general who take yoga, and I always wonder why. I don't see more of us practicing. So what do you think is the reason why we don't practice as much?
I think it's exposure. Wow, that's a really deep question. I think it's really maybe not being open enough to actually trying to practice. And I think the practice is everybody. It's just not for Caucasian people, Asian people. I think it's a universal practice that everybody can actually tap into.
Right.
So I think it's just maybe being curious enough to kind of step in the class to see what it's like. So I think I'm not going to say fear. I think it's just maybe not being curious enough.
Yeah, because I think some people I've come across are curious. So I have to agree with you. I think exposure might be one.
Yeah. And
just maybe, unsure of what to expect maybe.
Right, unsure of what the practice is, because I think some people may think and this is like from a religious perspective. I'm not religious, but I think maybe some people of color, I'm not saying universally, they feel like because I'm a Christian, I can't practice yoga,
Right.
or this is just for Buddhist people of the
Of
Buddhist
the
faith,
occult or
or it's it's something that would make them feel uncomfortable because the unknown, people are afraid of that. So I just think how I see yoga is just for a universal. It's a universal practice. It's not attached to any kind of religion.
Right.
My thing is, can you breathe in? Can you breathe out? It's just as simple as that.
Yeah. Good
So,
answer. Good answer.
Thank you.
But I would love to see more of us practicing. I
Yes.
feel like, especially in our community, because we have so many, serious illnesses and ailments,
Yeah.
that are
And
just
emotional issues too.
and mental wellness is an issue,
Yeah.
emotional. So
Right.
yeah, I feel like yoga would benefit so many people.
Definitely.
Okay. So what is your favorite pose and why?
I have a lot of favorite
Today,
poses.
right now.
Okay, so I'll say I love arm balances because I like to challenge myself. So as I love to invert.
Huh?
So be upside down.
Okay.
So I love inversions.
Any of them?
Any of them. I like to tap into all of them.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. And where can people find you?
People can find me at Yoga Essence in Denellen, New Jersey, on South Avenue. The website is www.yogaessence.com. And also we have 3 locations here in Denellen,
Yeah.
Lebanon, and also New Providence.
Yeah. Can they find you on social media?
Yes, they can find me on social media too. My handle is at Fire Frequency on Instagram.
And she's a mess. You gotta follow her.
Yes, I believe in laughter because I think humor is important. So,
cracks me up.
yeah, I definitely show my personality on social media.
Well, thank you, honey, for agreeing to do
welcome.
this.
Thank you.
Oh,
Appreciate the time. Oh, thank you. That was fun.
And I thank you all for watching, and I'll be back soon with another person to ask questions to. Bye.